Hi everyone, this is Young Happy Confident, the podcast for all of you who at a young age want to find out who you really are, what kind of life you want to live, and to get the tools to achieve your dreams. Hi, and welcome to Young Happy Confident. So what is this all about? This is all about inspiring you, young guys and girls, to create the very best version of your lives. So it starts with finding out who you really are, what kind of strengths you have, and where you want to get in life. We're going to help you create very clear visions and dreams and give you the tools that will take you there. To really, in the end, be able to live a very happy and a fulfilled life. The exciting thing is that we're going to have an inspiring person here every week on the podcast and on YouTube. We've been filming the whole winter already. People that have achieved a happy life and that have found out what their thing kind of is. So they're going to share tips and pieces of advice with us, and also, of course, tell us about their difficulties and how they overcame them. But before we start, I would really like to hear if someone out there, you listening, maybe have some inspiration to share with us. Maybe you have thoughts around this topic. Please let me know. Maybe you should be on the podcast. In that case, it really doesn't matter how old you are or where you live, because we're going to do this in two languages, in the original one and in English. Okay, a little bit about myself. I'm from Finland, from the Swedish-speaking part. And I would say I have a pretty light attitude towards life. I actually don't think that life has to be so hard, but more about that one later. I have studied and worked in a couple of countries, in Finland obviously, in Australia, in France, and now many years in Germany. I'm a single mom. I have two boys, 11 and 13. Yes, and my childhood was a very good one. I had super supportive parents. My dad is one of the most optimistic people I know. He started with scratch, with absolutely nothing, and has built amazing companies. And I would say mainly thanks to his mindset, but also thanks to his communication skills. The way he connects with people really is quite unique. My mom, she's super smart. She's been the brain in the family. She really has given us a lot of self-confidence, my sister, my brother, and me. And my both parents gave us a feeling of freedom. They kind of made us believe that nearly anything is possible in life. And I'm very thankful that they never really tried to stop me, because I've had some crazy ideas in my life and I've done some of them. And of course, there's always a bit of a risk when you start building up your own company and try to fulfill your dreams. But more about that one later on in the podcast. I very early pretty much knew what kind of life I wanted to live. Around 20, I was sure that I wanted to have kids. That was very high up on my list. And I also knew that I never ever wanted to be employed by any company, which I still was for a couple of years, only because I was afraid. I was afraid of failing. And that's another big topic for later on, because I believe that fear really is the biggest enemy you can have when it comes to building up a company or fulfilling your dreams. And that's a tough one, because fear comes at some point. So after having had the kids, I knew my time had come to try to fulfill my dreams. And I'm glad I did doing that, because I have two small companies up and running now. Even though they're suffering a lot from Corona, I'm still glad I did it, because that has enabled me to live a very flexible and free life, which is great, of course. But the most important thing to me has been to work with good people. I've been able to work with really great people, which I believe is one of the most important aspects in life. If you surround yourself with good people, that's like an engine. And you're never going to get as far on a private or on a business level if you don't have those great people around you that really encourage you and believe in you. Really, to me, a super important topic. Another one that I would like to mention just before we start is that all of us at some point in life are going to have a tough time. That's just life. And there I believe that it's very important how you deal with it. Because if you manage to see that period as a growing phase, it will actually end up being good for you. I've also had a very big challenge over years where I didn't know at all how to get back to my original self. I was lost for a while and I really had to dig deep to find out who I am, what kind of life I want to live. And I had to, yes, grow a lot. But looking back at it, I think that was good because that really has made me into who I am today. So the reason why I think we should really start this podcast now is not only because I think we would need some inspiration, all of us nowadays, but also if you look around yourself, I think most of us know enough people who don't live a very fulfilled or happy life. And it can be many reasons, and it can be anything, work, anything. And when I talk to adults, many of them say to me that it really is hard to change a situation now, and that if they would have known today what they knew, or if they would have known back then what they know today, it would have helped a lot. And then young people say to me that many of them are very, very lost, really lacking a plan, nearly being frustrated at a super young age where things should be so easy. So we're going to try to inspire you as much as possible. And I can't wait to start this journey with you. If you have any thoughts around this, please let me know and give us your feedback. And I'm very excited to have the first guests here tomorrow, the twin couple, Julius and Johannes. Yes, I can't wait to start this journey with you. So hope to see you tomorrow, and please subscribe.